everyone, I'm Christine and welcome back to Christine's Culinary Quest. In the last video I talked to you a little bit about veggies and how great they are to include in your meals to help you eat healthier, but today I want to talk about fiber. Fiber helps aid digestion and keeps you feeling full. Because fiber can't be fully digested and absorbs water as you process it, it acts like a brush, scrubbing you clean from the inside and clearing your digestive system. Today I'll be showing you a quick and easy recipe to help you get some fiber in your diet. Today we'll be making apple cider oatmeal. For your oatmeal, you'll need to prep 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 chopped green apples, 2 tablespoons brown sugar, 1 cup of quick cooking oats, 1 cup apple cider, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, 1 cup of milk, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I prefer to use green apples for this recipe because I like the contrast of the tartness of the apples with the sweetness of the brown sugar, but any apples will work. To get started, prep your apple. Wash your apples and cut them in half, cutting from the top, where the stem is, to the bottom. Then lay flat and cut again, cutting along the stem. Now hold each quarter apple slice in your hand and cut the dark portion in the middle. It should be vaguely V-shaped and darker than the outer part of the apple. Be sure to cut away from your hands slowly and pop the inner portion of the apple out by lifting gently once you finish making the second cut on each slice. Repeat until all your apple slices have the core removed. Now we'll roughly chop our apples by first slicing each quarter slice vertically, then cutting horizontally. You can chop them smaller if you prefer, but I prefer mine to be larger for a more substantial crunch and a burst of tartness. Next, we'll begin to heat a pan and a pot with 1 cup of water. I'll be using an instant apple cider mix to make apple cider for this recipe, since I find I usually don't have time or I want to make something easy when I'm making oatmeal. The pot that we're prepping is to add our instant apple cider mix to once it's boiling. The pan, on the other hand, we'll use to begin cooking our oatmeal. First, melt your 2 tablespoons of butter into the pan. Make sure your stove is set to medium heat. This is especially important. If you have it set too high, your sugar is going to burn in like 5 seconds. We'll need to brown our butter for 5 minutes. You can add your apples and brown sugar during this step if you want the brown sugar flavor to be more concentrated on your apples. I prefer to have the brown sugar flavor mostly in the oatmeal to help the tartness of the apples stand out more and not be overpowered. So I'll add the chopped apples later on with the rest of the ingredients, but I'll go ahead and add the brown sugar now. As your butter and sugar cook in the pan, you'll only need to stir the mixture occasionally to keep the sugar and the butter from clumping, burning, or sticking to the pan. Once again, making sure that your heat is set to medium and not any higher is key here. Once you've browned your butter and dissolved your brown sugar for 5 minutes, add your prepped cup of oats and milk to the pan. I'm using almond milk, but any milk will work. As your oatmeal begins to cook, continue to stir it frequently and add your apple cider mix to the water in your pot, stirring it until it has dissolved. It may take a moment to fully dissolve, so feel free to stir back and forth between the oatmeal cooking in the pan and the water in the pot to make sure your oatmeal doesn't stick to the pan. We'll be adding it all together shortly, so it's okay if a little of the oatmeal makes its way into the pot. If you haven't already, add your chopped apples to the pan and stir them in. Once your cider mix is fully dissolved, pour your apple cider over the oatmeal in the pan and stir again to make sure the liquid is evenly distributed through the oatmeal. Finally, add your 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir it into your oatmeal and turn off the stove. As the stove cools, continue to stir frequently, letting the oatmeal continue to cook for an additional 3 minutes or until the oatmeal thickens before plating and moving the pan off the heat. For toppings, you can add chopped or sliced nuts, shredded coconut, fruit, granola. If you do want to use fruits, be sure not to use dehydrated fruit. There are a lot of reasons why. First, fruits like raisin have a lot more calories than the hydrated versions of the same fruit. For example, 1/4 cup of raisins is 140 calories, and an entire cup of grapes is 110 calories. You can eat much more of the same fruits when they're full of water. The water in the fruit will also help you feel full while eating less. which is great if you're dieting. So even if you don't add additional fruit on top of your oatmeal, it makes for a great healthy side. Now, eat up or pack your delicious healthy breakfast to go. And grab it in the morning on your way out. It's great hot or cold, so go ahead and have it as a nice, sweet, healthy meal to go with your coffee or your tea in the mornings. Hey everyone, I hope you liked this video and learned a lot from it. I want to challenge you, how are you going to include fiber this week? Are you going to add some apples, some oats? What's your fiber food this week? Go ahead and comment down below, let me know what foods you're going to try. And also, going forward, I'm going to be setting up a more steady upload schedule, so I'll be trying to upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. American Central Time for anyone not in the United States. Doubtful, but if you're there. Wednesday, I'll be posting a video on how to make sweet potato chips at home for that crunch we all want for less calories. Friday, I'll finally be uploading my reaction to trying the 2-time spicy chicken Korean noodle challenge with my cousin Steph. And I'll be including a whole bunch of tips and tricks on how to prep before you eat and how to soothe the burn afterward. Like always, if you like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you liked it, you didn't like it, is there anything you think I should change? Anything that's distracting in the video? Go ahead and let me know so I can improve, and let's continue to learn and grow together. Okay? See you in the next video. Bye.